What's going on, everybody? This is Scott. Welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. It is Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, sometime in the future in our Queensland, Australia office. Boy, I'd tell you that we got a great show for today, but that would be a lie because no show is ever great. They are never, ever good. I don't know why I continue to keep doing things because I'm high end of mediocre. But to join me in studio, the 1% Studios, I do have Stats. Stats, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, the high end of mediocre show that is the end of Q3 for us here at Technically Speaking.
We are just a few days away from one of the greatest days that's ever graced the calendar.
Yes, your son is growing up so
He
fast.
is growing up so fast.
And his father is oh so old.
Oh, so very old.
With so much gray in his beard.
Between now and the next time that we have a live show, I will have rotated this earth one more year. Rotated around. I don't think we're fantastic, Chanel, but we love your enthusiasm. Love the enthusiasm. Today we're going to talk about, you guessed it, we're going to talk about Pixel stuff. We're going to talk about Amazon further tightening its grip on the lack of data privacy that it continues to have. Probably going to talk about a few other things where I'll just straight up spoil it. One of the titles of the article that we were going to kind of talk about is the most popular search term in Bing is Google. That's right. The most popular search term for Microsoft's Bing. Is it still Microsoft? Bing?
Got to assume. Don't
Okay.
really care.
Wow, aggressive. Bradley, we appreciate you coming out and saying that the show is always great. Appreciate that very, very much. But anyway, Bing comes out and says that the most popular search term is Google. Actually, Google comes out and says that Bing's most popular search term is Google. I'm assuming they get that from a redirect. My brother, Zach Talks Tech Stormtrooper. It's the only acceptable color of the Pixel 6 Pro. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I appreciate that, and I agree. The Stormtrooper white and black, or black, gray, silver. I don't know what they're going to call that. Smoke. The Stormtrooper is the only one that should be cared about. However, if they had a peach color, sign me up for the peach color. That is for sure. And I love that you spelled color the correct way with the U.
Color.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with some. You want to start with Google first? Or you want to start with Amazon first? Do you want to change it up and go Amazon?
Yeah, let's beat up on Bezos for a little while.
Amazon had a 2021 event where they announced furthermore things to shove in your home that you probably don't need.
Or want because of all the data they collect and won't admit.
It's not Penguin. It's not Panda. It's called Stormtrooper. Michael Daniels, holy crap, bro. Michael Daniels, holy crap, bro.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow. We love you too, man. Do you want to go live? You want to do a game show on Friday?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Michael, follow up with me.
I know we say that at least once a month, but...
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, we mean it this time.
Yeah, no, follow up with me. Let's follow up on the side. Holy crap. Yo, Ben, yo, the Lord, the King himself has arrived. Tech King Mike. Anyway, Michael Daniels, let's follow up. Yes. I'll have Stats reach out to your people to talk to my people because Stats is executive producer and he'll produce the Holy Spirit out of it.
That's
I
what we
almost
do.
cursed.
That's what we do.
I almost let it. I almost let it slide. Whoo! I don't know how to come back from that Michael Daniels one, man. I don't. Whoo, goodness me. Anyway, Amazon. Beating up on Amazon. Everything they announced, including Astro Echo Show, which is Echo Show 15. Not 15 iterations, but just 15. I think it's because it's the size of the thingy.
Right.
Pause. And Ring's drone camera, a drone that flies around your home inside to watch you and your loved one's every move.
No, thank you.
I'm assuming that's exactly how they marketed it.
I mean, yeah, it says for the flying drone, it can
Nice.
take off from its base station. It can monitor the inside of the home for whatever you want it to monitor for a couple of minutes, just a couple of minutes. Then it has to return to its base station to recharge. So, Dobo should probably make a video about how the battery life and the flight time sucks on that compared to all of his sweet drone toys that he uses.
Benjamin's oldest daughter just said, "Hey, look, it's Peach Dude. Hello, fan of Peach Dude." So the first thing that was up, the Echo Show 15. It's the largest smart display from Amazon, which doubles as a digital photo frame. I actually really like the idea of a photo frame. I have Google. So I'm gonna be a hypocrite for a second. Talk about data privacy. How it's a big deal to have things in your home. I also have Google Homes.
Funnily enough,
Hi.
they're not really listening. That's cool.
I know, like, hi, hypocrite here. What can I say? Don't let it watch you poop. That's right.
Or do and mess with their algorithm.
No. Ooh. Anyway, so it says it uses the new AZ2 neural edge processor with optional visual ID features. I love the idea of the smart photo frame. I have the photos set up on my Google Photo account to kind of scroll across the screen. I also have it scroll across the screen of the television when the TV were to go dormant or something like that if I was watching a show. Love the idea of being able to see friends and family. Love the idea that with the Google integration, I'd snap a photo and eventually it does its processing thing and it shows up there fairly quickly, especially if it's friends and family. So I got to give it a lot of credit. Canuck Gal, hello. A lot of credit for that. And I love the idea of it. But what I do is I have trust issues with Amazon because of the next thing, the Ring Always Home Cam. Amazon finally is opening up invites for those interested in buying an Always Home drone cam. It features a 2K camera that captures video around the house and can fly around for a few minutes at a time before returning to its charging base. So if you want an indoor 2K camera that you can just basically randomly run around your house.
Nope. No, thank you. I don't need Bezos tuning in to one of, the channels he has installed in his secret evil lair somewhere and just watching me walk around my house. Just not gonna happen.
Here's a great question, and we're going to get to this one in just 1 second. Why did they name the robot Astro when Astro was the Jetsons' dog? Rosie was the robot.
I'm really hoping it's some sort of copyright issue, and even Bezos couldn't get the Jetsons copyright team to give up on Rosie the robot.
They have a
that
new,
would be hysterical.
Let's see. They have a new Amazon Glow, which looks a lot like it's a video calling device for kids, which looks a lot like the Facebook. What's it called? What's the Facebook one called?
Oh, didn't it begin with a T?
What is it called?
Hang on, I'll find it.
It's the Facebook camera one.
Video monitor thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, what? It's not. Well, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. I don't know.
Portal.
Facebook
Portal.
Yeah, that's suck you to the dark side. Another one is the Halo View, which looks like it's a first generation fitness band, a smart thermostat, a Ring Alarm Pro, a Blink video doorbell, and then the piece de resistance is Astro. Amazon Astro. It is a little mini robot that roams around your house. It features a large display with eyes, and it can display its current task. You can use it for video calling and it around the house to basically, it is like a mobile Alexa. That's effectively what it is. You can pre-order through Amazon day one. If you're selected, it's $999 if you are a part of the day one program, which is like the testing program. If you're not, the retail will be $1,500 when it's widely available now.
If it ever becomes widely available.
So I was reading another article about the Astro specifically because I think that thing is a freaking disaster. I'm not a huge Gizmodo person, just not. But they are calling this thing.
They do write really good biased articles, though.
It's incredibly biased. It's talk about. Um, so modern day tech. You signed up for Astro. I don't know if I'll actually get it and get picked. I'm interested to know why you signed up for Astro.
Bleeding edge.
Well, no, I mean it's all bleeding edge. It's the same thing. But where I have a problem is, I guess there was a. This is a quote: as a developer who had the chance to toy around with the robot pre-release, told Motherboard, quote, Astro is terrible and will almost certainly throw itself down a flight of stairs if presented the opportunity. That's where I'm wondering, are we talking about this thing wandering around like that of a Roomba, and it has the senses to just say, those are stairs, I don't need to go over those in order to do what I'm going to do? Or does it scream at the top of the stairs, let me down, let me down? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of robot am I getting?
Well, and another article I read talked about how, in an effort to be somewhat transparent and give people a feeling that they do have some privacy after they let this $1,500 monstrosity into their home, you can, quote unquote, turn off the microphone, the camera, and everything else with the push of a button. Or you can, quote unquote, tell it that certain rooms, like where the magic happens, are off limits for Astro. So you're paying $1,000 or $1,500 movable picture frame that can follow you around the house, but only when you give it permission to listen to you. Mm-hmm. But when you give it permission to listen to you, just like the rest of Amazon's devices, it's going to listen to everything.
Here we go.
So
Canuck Gal says they're stretching for something new. I don't see the need nor the want for it. So you feel as though it's almost a hammer in search of a nail. Almost said a nail in search of a hammer, but I guess that would work too.
Yeah.
I have a problem because they have a somewhat of a precedent set. The history of Alexa enabled devices creating a privacy problem.
Okay. A conundrum, as it were.
And they have a lot of those. And then the company's Ring cameras creating a private surveillance network used to spy on your neighbors and send information to the police. Now,
without giving people the option to automatically opt out.
Now, that is according to a Gizmodo article, which they have since they link the private surveillance network, that article specifically, to another Gizmodo article that it's basically maps all these networks together and could potentially send it to the police. I have a problem with that. Now, while I am hypocritical in having a Google device or several Google devices in my home,
on your desk.
True. I don't have any cameras inside my home. I have a problem with that. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Right.
At all. Cameras outside, sure.
Pointing away from the family.
I used to have a camera pointed directly at my sump pump when I was having sump pump problems. For those in the South or anywhere that they don't have sump pumps, a sump pump is basically where they pump the water from the basement of your home, if you happen to have that, out of your home. That's just how the houses here in the North are built.
Well,
that's a very really rough way of saying pump water out.
But it's also necessary when your home sits below grade of the road or grade of the sewer line. It has to be, because my parents' house has a basement, but we don't have sump pumps because it still sits above the stormwater line. So stuff just runs in a terracotta pipe away from the house into the storm drain. Yeah. So when we don't have that here where I live, you have sump pumps that help pump the water out. Except when they break.
Which is why I had a camera on a sump pump once, because one time, let's go back with this story with me. This was many years ago. It was 2.5, maybe 3.
Okay.
because the first person I called afterward was Greg.
Right. I was going to say it.
It was just a few days either before or after Christmas. It was during the December holiday season. Let me put it that way.
It was chilly.
It was chilly. I got home at like 2:00 in the morning. Earlier in the day, we had somebody come out to look at replacing our sump pump. And so they did. They came out and looked at it, looked at what we had, gave us a quote, and moved on. So then we were gone for the majority of the night, came back at 2:00 in the morning. And I remember like laying down in bed going, the sump pump is running, because it had been raining like the dickens out. And I remember hearing it going, this sounds weird. This doesn't sound normal. And so then I went downstairs and I'm staring at the sump pump, and I'm probably 3 feet away, and the sump pump turns on and water is shooting out of it straight up like a geyser. And I was like, holy shit. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I supposed to do here? The smart thing would have been to unplug it, because water was still free flowing in it, because it was raining like crazy. And the sump pump water is actually clean. A common misconception. It is not dirty water. It is clean water. It's usually just very clean rainwater. I did not unplug it at all. It's 2:00 in the morning, and all of a sudden I get just doused with the coldest,
straight to the face,
straight right to the dome, the coldest water, because it was December. It was really cold, and I just got water just demolished me, and I'm like, and so then I unplug it, try to fix it, like I got my hands down in it, pause, I'm trying to figure it all out. I got it fixed, and that's my story, and that's why I had a camera inside my house. That's how I tied it back to Amazon, because I blame Amazon for that.
Except it wasn't a camera from Amazon.
Nope, it was a Google one. It was a Nest, but I don't have it anymore. I don't think I even have the camera anymore. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
It works.
Wow.
I think the bigger question though is, why were you out till 2:00 in the morning? I don't remember.
Game night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Game night. We played board games.
Right.
Yeah, we were just a bunch of geeks.
Yeah.
Hanging out, doing our thing. So that's what Amazon has done, talking about all of that. All the cute nightmares. It's not cute. It's a nightmare. It's a data privacy nightmare. What's going on? We got to go to the comments and see how it's going. Pixel Pia, hello. Canuck Gal, I definitely think you should join the show as well. Really confused as to why you'd have something flying around your home when you could just have cameras at strategic locations, easy entry points. Also very confused about that as well. I asked Modern Day Tech why he signed up. Make the decision later. Got his name in the hat.
It is interesting that it looks like some of the interview questions or pre-screen questions asking about how many stairs he has in his house and if he has any glass furniture. I wonder if Astro gets confused about things that he can see through. I assume it's a he, anthropomorphizing a genderless robot. I wonder if Astro has problems with things they can see through. It tries to drive through them.
Brad, it was definitely a very exhilarating feeling at 2:00 in the morning to get doused with water that water had to be 40 degrees. It was somewhere between 40 and 50 degrees, I bet. It was cold. I was soaked to the bone. It was so cold. Whew. Mac, what's up? Going on to Google. Let's go to Google first. Do we want to talk about... talked about that already. Let's go straight up. Google is embracing foldable phones, which gives me hope.
Whoop, whoop.
Gives me hope for the Pixel Foldable or the Pixel Fold. I think. Oh boy, my pixels are listening. They're always
I didn't know that was a
watching.
keyword.
Always watching. Wazowski. According to screenshots over at XDA, they managed to get an internal build of Android 12.1, which is a beta of 12 that's not even out yet.
Right.
And that's incredible.
I mean, Fold 12 is still in beta, right?
And the UI makes it look like the use of the extra screen real estate easier for multitasking, similar to a desktop mode. Honestly, it looks a lot like, based on what these pictures are, it looks a lot like the Microsoft Duo or the Surface Duo. That's how I first looked at it. It looks like the screens look like the Duo screens. I'm going to try to do something on the fly. I don't know how well it's going to work.
Are you trying to share images from the
Yeah,
story?
I don't know how well it's going to work.
Well, we'll find out here in a second, folks. Stick with us through potential technical difficulties.
Oh, Lord. Nope. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. We tried. That was a good, valiant effort, though.
We'll do better next week.
I'll do better next time.
Oh, wow. I'm just now seeing what that looked
did
like
not
on
look
the screen.
good.
That was awful. My goodness.
That did not look good.
Who lets you host a YouTube show?
Who needs a new executive producer? But it looks like the screen from a Microsoft Surface Duo for sure. So many new features in 12.1. Looks like they came right off of... See, that's what I was saying. That's right. It looks like they came right off of the Duo. And I'm telling you, because you can tell in the very first leaked image, it looks right off of the Surface Duo. So I am a big fan of that. Plus, I really do love Android 12. Like, I have the beta on the Pixel. Which one do I have? Not the 7, not the 8, not the foldable.
Oh, God. Well, I know you have the 5A and the 5.
Well, no, but I don't have beta on that. I have beta.
I know you
on
put the. Did you
4XL.
put the? Yeah, the 4XL. I thought you put it on the 5 too, as well.
No. No. No, but I love Android 12 on my 4XL. It absolutely looks stunning. The gestures, just overall functionality of Android 12 for me is that much better. But it also means Google's been really talking about the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. The 5A is already out. So Pixel 6, Pixel 6 Pro, the 5A. I said in a video. I said in a video. Canuck Gal, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Love your show. You should have a bigger audience. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. We don't need a huge audience. We have a great community as it is. If you have friends that want to check it out and you're a lot like you, we'd love it. But I said that we're going to be 4 Pixel devices this year. Put my big chubby digits up. 4.
How many?
4.
Oh, okay.
You were just checking?
Yeah.
Just 4. Mm-hmm. And so the last one for me to be right about my presumption is the Fold. And I need it in my life. Even though I don't know how I feel, because I kind of crapped all over the Fold 3.
Yeah, but the Fold 3 wasn't from the company that is nearest and dearest to your cold black heart.
Like coal. Cold black heart, like coal. It's true.
You know, the foldables that have come out so far are interesting forays into that world that we thought abandoned after the flip phones. But they all come with either compromises or bloatware or just something that doesn't do it for a user of your caliber and capabilities.
Je ne sais quoi.
It doesn't fit there.
Damn it!
And don't try to speak French with Chanel on this show. She will correct you.
Je ne sais quoi.
But like we have talked about in the past,
I just pulled a muscle in my neck. Good Lord.
If Google can do it right and come in at the right price point, not make it so expensive that it is truly just a tip of the top, cream of the crop tech user who can afford to get it, it should work. Just like all the rest of their phones should work.
So, a couple things. Jonathan Hayes agreed with you. We need a freaking Pixel Watch. 100% agree on that one.
I would, and I'll go out on a limb here. I would absolutely buy a Pixel Watch before I bought a Fold.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because you
the
watch
Fold
every day.
Is dynamic. We've been talking about foldables. You know, a slab style phone size that you can expand into basically a mini tablet size, and watch videos or TV shows or whatever. But man, a Pixel Watch that just works absolutely seamlessly with every device that I own and all of my socials and all of my
I feel like it's coming.
Internet capabilities.
I feel like it's coming.
How about this?
Oh God.
You said 4 chubby devices this year.
I don't think I put that. I'm chubby, but
what if they drop a watch and not the Fold?
Well, then I would be wrong, but that would still be dope.
You would be.
I would
very happy.
I would be happy.
You'd be very happy to be
wrong. I would
wrong.
be okay with being wrong in that instance. I'm wrong, but look at this cool thing.
He's used to being wrong, folks.
100%, like 100%. Need a Pixel Watch. Don't care about the crazy health and fitness stuff. Just give me a watch that looks good, gives me great battery life. Look, I agree. I agree with that.
Give me a full 24 hours of battery life on the watch, at least.
100%.
Because I'm still getting almost 48 hours on my 5A. So I'm going to take the watch off at night anyway, because I can't sleep with a watch on. Even if it does sleep tracking, I just can't do it.
But Android Wear it has gotten significantly better, because I still have it. I still have a Android Wear watch, a Fossil 5E.
I have Gen one 5E. Too that hasn't been turned on in several years.
It is a great watch, but it's not what I need it to do yet. Android Wear still is a little clunky to me, but it's close. It's clunky, but it's close. It's hard to describe. Sometimes it gets hangs, sometimes it freezes. The fitness tracker is all over the board. I mean, I know I don't take it that many steps, but I'm hoping to get more steps than what it's telling me, because Jesus Christ, if I'm not, I'm in trouble.
Need to go do a few laps around the house.
I walk the driveway like a crazy person, but I mean, my God, it's telling me, like, when I take 10 actual steps, like, you took 3 steps, and I was like, I've taken 10. I'm sweating after these 10. You give me credit for the 10. Sweet Lord. If Larry says, if you really want a deal, I can get you a deal on one. I know someone to get. Well, hit me up, Larry. You still got my number, bro. If Pixels put Pixel cameras on the Pixel Fold, that is really hard to say. If Pixel puts Pixel cameras on the Pixel Fold, then with their software, it'll take a dump on Samsung. I'll tell you what, I said it in the video, but if you give me Pixel cameras with Android 12 on something that looks like the Fold 3,
you'll be first in line in New York. We will take a road trip to the store in New York to be first in line.
And give it to me for $1,200. $1,200, because I went on record and put it in a video and said that I think the Foldable will be $1,200. $1,200. I think at that point,
if they can do that at $1,200,
how they'll do it. Here's how I think they'll do it. They'll use a lot of Pixel 5 parts. I think what they'll use is like Pixel 5 sensors for the cameras and things like that. They'll use those particular parts. They're not going to cheapen the device. They'll use a device a lot like a form factor of a Fold 3, probably more like I would even take like a Fold 2, Fold 1, quite honestly, like that form factor, a more of a smoother type hinge. But Fold 1, Fold 2, a Fold 2 body with Pixel 5 camera parts and Pixel 5 parts. Not like the latest and greatest chip or anything like that, but $1,200. If you can get that for $1,200, I'm telling you that thing would go like crazy. way more. It would put a ton of pressure on Samsung. It puts, again, a lot of pressure on Apple too to release some sort of foldable device. Uh, Doing that actually would give Google, it would enter into a market to where they're saying they can go from zero to instant competition as it relates to Samsung as well as Microsoft's Surface Duo. I think it would immediately surpass the Surface Duo in my mind, just because people are going to recognize that more than they're probably going to recognize the Duo. That's just a total guess at this point. Oh, Rod, what up? Um, I still think they got to undercut Samsung. And another thing I think they have to do, regardless of the foldable, I think they have to do this is they have got to corner the market as it relates to good trade-in prices. They've got to get the trade-in prices under control and actually give some really dope trade-in prices, a lot like Samsung did a couple years ago, or maybe 1 or 2 years ago. What up, Shark? What's good, Slang? What's going on, brother? The idea is if they can do that and get good trade-in prices like Samsung did a couple years ago, just to get you to switch, think about who's left the market. Think about what is left in the market. You got Samsung and Apple kind of at the top or upper echelon of units being pushed out, but then you start to come down a little bit. You got OnePlus, which is kind of floundering with them combining with it's not Color OS. That's the name of the operating system. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I'm gonna be really pissed at myself that I forgot what this. It's OnePlus is combining with Oppo. Thank you, because the Color OS is their OS. Anyway, them combining, and they're kind of floundering around a little bit. Sony puts out amazing phones, but no one talks about them, and it drives me insane. And then you have, you got OnePlus, you got Sony, and then you kind of got Huawei, and you got Xiaomi, and you got Google, and LG's gone. Like, so they can immediately go from closer to the bottom to basically third in line if they get things in order, from my perspective, and they should be there. And you can see it in the marketing budget. They're really going full tilt. Like every single time I open Twitter, all I see is a Google Pixel 6 ad constantly. And it's just taunting me. But allegedly, and this gets into our couple other stories we want to talk about. Allegedly, this thing is supposed to come out. The Google Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro allegedly would be coming out October 27th, 28th in stores. I remember reading a leak specifically about that. There was some sort of XDA dug through the code and they found something like on the 9th or something like that. It was early, but it was actually not related to the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. All the leaks and stuff like that are saying announced on the 17th or the 18th of October, with them being available either picked up in store on the 28th or shipped to you 27th, 28th. So we're what are we at the 29th? We're just inside effectively of a month in terms of seeing what this is. And there's articles out there constantly talking about, well, if Google can't beat Apple with their blase blah blah of iPhone 13, then they're never going to take market value and blah blah blah.
Yeah, whatever.
And Chanel. How's it taunting you? And it's right. It's not on my desk right now.
I love the fact that she's been hanging out on the show for less than a year, and she's already picking up what everybody else is putting down.
You've been infected by the people from the show already. Anyway, so allegedly coming out the 27th or 28th. And I, for one, cannot welcome it earlier. But again, reading some of these articles talking about how if Apple can't beat, or if Google can't beat the Apple iPhone because the Apple iPhone is super boring this year. Look, we say this every freaking year. Every freaking year we come out and talk about how Google has to go do these other things, do this, that, and the other. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's definitely not going to happen this year.
And
I love Google with the best of them. I am not stupid enough to place a bet in the history of the bets to say somehow magically that the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro is going to outsell the Apple iPhone 13. No way am I taking that bet. And if you think that people are going to do that, I think the idea is you've got to get more people who are on the fence. That's where you got to start winning it, is the people that are on the fence. Other Android users. Remember, Android is significantly larger in population than that of iPhone. Get other Android users to switch to Google, because you have certain people that are just going to be like, I want an iPhone because it's an iPhone.
Right.
You're never going to win those people.
Right.
Or you have people that are go, I want an iPhone because it works with my ecosystem. Chances are you're not going to get those people either. But getting other Android users, other users who might want to come from a Note line, somebody coming from OnePlus, somebody coming from Sony, somebody coming from LG, somebody coming from Samsung, because they're still pissed because Samsung cannot figure out for the life of them the stupid shutter lag. I don't understand how that's still a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say that the media wants Google to compete with Apple.
Sure,
Google
doesn't. It's clicks.
Google does not need to compete with Apple. You hit it right on the head. Google needs to compete with themselves and their previous year's models and show incremental improvement every single year and or reduction in price points. But Google also has to compete with every single other creator of an Android device or a device on the Android operating system.
Mm-hmm.
Google and Apple are both in the smart device and smartphone market. I'm sure in public they will tell you they compete with each other, but Google provides all the back-end services for Apple's search. They provide back-end storage for Apple's storage. Google isn't scared of Apple. They have just as much money, if not more, than Apple does. Alphabet does anyway.
And here's where we need to start getting people is out of the ecosystem conversation. I use on my iPhone 12.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It just blinded me. I use on my iPhone 12 Pro Google Apps. The tap on the back. Guess what that goes to? The Google Assistant. I can get into the Google ecosystem on an iPhone, and from an iPhone user, you can get into the same ecosystem. If you went to Pixel, you get everything except blue bubbles.
Somebody needs to write some code. I don't want to say the magic bad word, but somebody needs to write some code and release it into the wild that turns all iMessage bubbles green, just to mess with people.
Airdrop,
hysterical.
So Nearby Share does work and works well. It's not as intuitive, in my personal opinion, as Airdrop, but it works. The idea is like, everybody goes, it's the ecosystem. Yeah, kinda. You can relearn how to do 95%, if not more, of the stuff that you do in the Apple ecosystem in the Google ecosystem as well, or in the Samsung ecosystem, or insert any other phone manufacturer as well. You can do that. Jason C says Google's in a very tough spot because it's not what Google's in a very tough spot, not just with Apple. They have to also deal with Samsung. Let's see. PGG catch the two stories from researchers and a former Apple engineer saying their privacy modes are just placebo buttons. That does not surprise. I didn't. But if you could DM me that article, I would freaking love you forever, because I totally want to do that. I think Apple's pulling the wool straight over everybody's eyes on that. What? Can even get Blue Bubbles. App called Blue Bubbles works great for iMessage on Android. There's always a way. Life finds a way. Life finds a way every time. And so Google, Jason, going back to your point or your question here, or your comment, but tough spot with Apple, they have to deal with Samsung. Samsung has to deal with Samsung too. Samsung is killing off arguably one of its most idolized lines as it relates to the Note series and pushing everybody to the S21 series. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with their new lineup for the S22, S Pen, the whole 9 yards. But Samsung, I could see people jumping ship going to Google based on what we're seeing right now from the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. Because the Pixel 6 Pro, if I'm understanding its dimensions correctly, is almost as large as the Note. And that is a tremendous turn on for a lot of people because that is a big phone. There's a humongous, according to the leaks, there was like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, a monster battery, which tells me if it's anything like the 5A and the 4A and the 5 or anywhere in between.
2 days. 2 days of battery life.
Right. The battery life's going to be crazy insane. So if they can optimize that, plus the fact that I am really, really freaking hoping that the video and the photos takes a tremendous leap forward, like we saw that of the OG Pixel 1. I am so freaking ready for Google just to come out and demolish it. Look, I'm gonna straight up tell you right now, Jason, when it comes to Samsung's super awesome shutter lag, unless they figure that out, Pixel's gonna run circles around them when it comes to it. From a straight up point shoot, give me Pixel all day long, unless, and I know Juan's probably still out there, I still haven't tried a Sony, and I need to try a Sony super bad, but it's such a different experience, but I want to try it so bad. Ma says, that's why I switched from iPhone to Pixel 1 XL the first time, because I use everything Google, and I thought the Google phone would be better, and I'm happy that I did. And we're also happy that you did. Appreciate you sliding those 2 links into the DMs on the old tweet machine. I appreciate you, my friend. This is why I'm moving from Samsung to Google, and therefore I'm on the Note right now. Yep. That's why I'm moving from Samsung to Google, and I'm on the Note right now. There is a lot of Note users out there. A lot of Note users out there that are super upset about Samsung doing that. I get it. I completely understand that chip shortage, which is why you're probably not going to see. Well, they say that you're not, and they say that you are, but it's 50-50 at best right now that you're going to see the Samsung S21 FE edition, which is a serious blow because that FE edition usually is just a phenomenal budget buy for Samsung, and they're losing out kind of in the price battles where Google can pick up and take some of the spaces. Google has a $450 device. This parlays nicely into the potential leaks on the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, quote unquote, modest pricing, according to Android Police. And I'm not entirely sure that I buy that. Slang coming out. Welcome to Team Pixel Slang. I knew you'd come around soon. I knew you would. It was just a matter of time. Welcome. Always open arms. Like a universal life church, too. We're always here. Welcome everybody.
I mean, you are an ordained preacher.
I am. That is a true story. I have completed the marriage of 9 people, I think.
We've done this on the show before.
I think it's 9.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 pricing. So according to Brandon from This Is Tech Today, he cites a European source saying that the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro will start at just £649 for the Pixel 6. I think those are pounds, or are those euros?
What's the symbol in front of it?
The C with the 2 line. No, the C with the 2 lines.
That's an E for euro.
Oh, that's an E? It looks like a C from where I'm sitting. I'm an idiot. So that's the euro, 649 euro for the Pixel 6. And €899 for the Pixel 6 Pro. I really should probably figure those out.
So €649 is $753. What was the next price?
$899.
€899.
It's gonna be just over 1,000.
Hang on, I mistyped something here.
I'm really stupid, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm really stupid.
Yeah, we know.
Yep. I was just more making comment.
Okay.
Do you know how to type over there? Or?
Yeah. $1,043.
So 1050.
Yeah. And
So
what was the third one?
No, there was no third one. That was it.
Oh.
So 750 or 1050.
Yeah.
So effectively,
which is along the lines we talked about.
Which is exactly the same pricing almost as the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. See, everybody's laughing at me now because I was like, it looks like a C and it's just an E. So you didn't have to be so rude about it.
Chanel gave you an L.
You don't have to be rude about it.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
That's what our friendship is based upon.
That's what friends are for.
Rude, loving friendship.
Which tells me that these prices, I actually believe that those prices, that's just a straight conversion. As if we went euros to dollars straight conversion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that. I think you'll see, I would have been happy with $7.99 and $9.99. If you can undercut the iPhone 13 Pro, now we're talking. Now we're playing with the big boys. That's what I like to see. I feel like my laptop is going to die.
Is it plugged in?
It's plugged in, but it says the battery's not charging. That's good.
Oh, boy.
That's great. It's a good thing we only have 13 minutes left in the show.
Right.
Here's hoping we make it to the very end because my laptop says it's not charging. Lovely. I think, so keep in mind the Pixel 5 came out at $700.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me that a Pixel 6 Pro with a new flat display, new cameras, new Android 12, new Tensor chip inside, bigger battery, if you're telling me all of that for $750,
$749, even $799,
$740. Let's say $749. That's $50 more than the Pixel 5, and arguably way more.
Oh, it's a full generational leap.
Yeah, it's a full generational leap. Exactly what it is. It is a full leap over what everybody says is an antiquated Pixel 5 design. I disagree, but look, you do you, Booze. You do you. You click your headlines and do your things. I thought the Pixel 5 was fine. I thought it was a great device. It still is a great device. But for $50 more to get a generational leap, like Stats was saying, yeah, sure, $50, sign me up. Now to go into big boy land and big boy prices, and you're gonna come with the new chip, 5,000 milliamp hour batteries, curved screen, brand new triple camera array on the back.
What was the high end price or the leak?
$899.
$899
euros.
Oh, Canuck gal, that's not gonna end well.
What is it gonna? I don't even want to know the conversion to Canadian. We're gonna do that for you. $8.99 from euro to Canadian is
$13.30.
$13.30.
Yeah, the Canadian dollar is currently pegged at 1.5 euros.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's not that Canuck gal.
Come down here and visit.
Which part of Canada are you in?
Yeah, I assume she just lives directly north of Ohio.
Like which part of Canada? I know, right? Which part of Canada are you in? Do you want to come to Ohio?
Make a road trip. We'll go somewhere.
If you're close to Niagara, like Niagara Falls is great. New York's got tons of pixels, I bet.
And a new store.
And that's a lot farther from. That's in New York City. That's clear across the state.
I mean, we're all chasing the tech, so you know.
Man, Larry's got to come in and just be like, womp womp. Toronto, Canada here. My God, I love Canadians. I want to be a Canadian so bad. Toronto, yes.
I've been to Toronto. That is a great town.
Great town. Oh my God. Yay, Toronto. Yay, Ontario. Larry comes in and just has to go poo-poo on everybody's parade. Also be interesting to see what all comes with the Grift Horse malware that's on 10 million Android phones.
Well, just
That's
just don't download it. You'll be okay.
Okay, hang on a minute. This is good news. This is good news for Canuck Gal. Ma says, I just keep saying Ma. It's just M-A. I'm just going to call, sorry. Pixel 5 is $799 here. All right, so it's $100 more than what it was here.
Yep.
So let's math this. So $100 more. If it is truly just $100 more, that means the Pixel 6 would be $850
Canadian.
$850 Canadian, and then $1150,
yeah,
$1143, calling some change. Okay, that's not bad. That's way better than $1330 or whatever it was.
I mean, you're saving $200 right off the bat there.
Okay,
on the top end. So totally worth it.
But all
of our Canadian viewers and friends and fans and thumbs uppers and likers and sharers should definitely run out and buy the new Pixel 6 and 6 Pro as soon as they come out.
Now, that is one heck of an executive producer that comes out and says all of that. So here's what we know to date. So we know that the euro price is somewhere between $649 and $899, according to Brandon from This Is Tech Today. We know that the end of October is the release date, or the potential release date. So effectively what we're saying is for somewhere between $750 US to $1050 US in late October. So you have about 4 weeks to save your coins. I was going to say your loonies, your shillings. Is that a thing still?
Shillings are in the UK.
I can never get my currency correct. Shillings, coins, gold coins, Bitcoin, your Ethereum. How many
Litecoin?
Oh, I was gonna say how many
Dogecoin.
How many cryptocurrencies
can we name?
Because we're
already at 4. Because we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin.
I'm maxed.
What were the other ones that you and Greg bought?
I don't know, but I can't remember off the top of my head. This makes for great.
Yeah, well, we got 4.
We got pixelated. That's right. Sharkfin's in New York, though. What was the price when it first came out?
Which device?
A Pixel 5 would have been $700.
Oh yeah, $699.
The iPhone 13 mini starts at $949 here. That seems really high.
The 13 mini here is only $700 US. That's gross.
Oof.
Paying that iPhone markup. Why would anybody live in that ecosystem?
Ooh, stop it. It's not a bad ecosystem. All ecosystems have their own way of living.
Apple's is just so blue, though.
I'm blue, I'm a D, I'm a die, I'm a doom, blue, I'm a D, I'm a die.
Take that lead.
Cardano, there we go. Cardano, Ethereum, Ripple. Ripple. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I still own Ripple from way back in the day, but I bought it really high and it didn't do what I needed it to.
I remember some of those early shows when I started joining y'all, and we always had a segment when we couldn't think of anything else to say and see how much your cryptos had lost in the previous week.
Jafar Evans says, I'm glad the Pixel 5 kept its value. I don't even know what a Pixel 5 goes for right now, to be 100% honest. Are they even available still?
I thought they took them down off the store. Well,
got it, Chanel.
Bezos is selling it for $800. I mean, that's right at the top of keyword ads, right at the top of the screen.
Love that you call it keyword.
Well, we got
so we don't get all the speakers that go off for everybody.
So many things are listening right now.
All the things are listening.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're still holding their prices, probably because they've taken it down off of the store.
I know that between now and the end of October, or now between the middle of October, the leaks for all of the Pixel devices are just going to continue to ramp up more and more and more and more, because it happens every single year. And Google has embraced it. They're putting I said the keyword. Everybody's listening now. Oh, oh my God, there's so many.
All the things.
No, stop it. My whole table just lit up. Keyword is putting it all over their store in New York City. So they're not even hiding it. You can go take pictures of it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to New York. There will be no show next Wednesday. Stats just learned just now. There's no show next Wednesday. I will actually be in New York City next Tuesday and Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is take pictures of that device because I want to. I'm going to go. I'm going to do everything I can.
Not to drool on the glass.
Yes, I'm going to lick the glass. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to see, I don't know, maybe I'll create a YouTube short of me being in the store and kind of go there and go from there. So that's my plan. That's what's going on for the next week's show. Won't be here, but we'll be back. Maybe we'll throw like a Thursday or Friday live show to make up for Wednesday. What do you think?
Well, we could always jump on somebody else's show throughout the week if they would have us after you get back from New York with all of your brand new, fresh intel from the store.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
you could be a guest.
What if I just want to do my own store? Or my own store? What if I want to do my own show, though?
I mean, you could do that.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
But we haven't guest starred on anybody else's show in a while.
Nobody wants us except for Michael.
Well, I bet you we could get Tech King.
Well, I mean, Mike, yeah, he would have us on. That's for sure.
We could probably bully Adam into it.
Adam hasn't do a live stream in a long time. He forgets how to live stream. He's over at Vid Summit right now. A lot of great creators out at Vid Summit right now. If you haven't checked it out, check out the hashtag Vid Summit. They have the shark fin. Yes, they do. They have the 6 Pro, I think, that is on display at the NYC store for sure. So I plan on going over there and checking it out. Hopefully, knock on wood. All right, Stats, we're about to wind this down. Just for fun, looked up a Pixel 5 and S20 on Swappa. Guess which generally had higher used resale values. Please tell me it's the Pixel.
I would certainly hope so.
Please tell me it's the Pixel. Thank you, Miss Pixelpia. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I would guess the Pixel 5 had higher resale value than the S20.
If only because it had.
I gotta look that up.
It had fewer devices released, so it's going to be rarer. So people are going to be willing to pay more for it. Would be my guess.
Well, I'm going to look now. Straight up going to Swappa. Swappa.
Look out now. Scott's going to try to.
I'm going to try to do this all on the fly
at the same time.
The S20. What? The S25G. Right now, according to this, is $299. What?
Okay. Well, Juan said we got it right. So
yeah, and the Pixel 5 is $420 and above. The 4A almost is the same price as an S20. As an S20. What?
And that 4A was an amazing device.
Oh my God, it's still a great device. I just gave one to my dad. He loves it. Loves it. The 4A 5G is still great. I mean, that is crazy, Juan. You just blew my mind. All right, Stats, where can they find you?
Helix Heinlein on the Tweet Machine. Country Smith on the Instagram.
You can find me at Scott Peachy on Twitter, at the Scott Peachy on Instagram. I know that I shouldn't be on Instagram, but yet here we are. So thank you all so much for stopping by. We appreciate you. Again, not going to have a show next Wednesday. Going to try to have one maybe Thursday, Friday. A little off kilter type situation, but we will catch me on my socials, and we'll go from there.
Before we go, everybody go find Michael Daniels' channel, and we should, barring any unforeseen, unfortunate circumstances,
basically I got to find out if my wife has anything planned on Friday.
Yeah, we'll be there competing on the game show.
Man, Juan, your dad's going to love that 4A. Such a great baller device. Dad phone pals. Wonder Twin powers unite. Woo! All right, y'all. Be good or be good at it. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.